folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't be a stranger, click that subscribe button. Today we've come to Dorset and we're in Lyme Regis. It's very windy, so hopefully you can hear us. We're going to have a walk around, show you the beachfront and a bit of the town, so let's take you with us. We're just taking a walk towards the harbour. It is seemingly very busy today. It's October, it's mid-October, but the sun has come out, so it looks like there's a few people decided to come out as well. We're going to walk towards the harbour first, have a look around there, and onto the harbour wall, which is known as the Cobb. So we're doing what everybody does when they come to Lyme Regis. They always come for a walk along the Cobb, which is this wall here, which you can see behind me. It's also where you get people coming down getting dramatic photos when there's high winds and storms. But not too bad today. It is quite windy up there, but sheltered here. After a look at the harbour, we decided to check out the marine aquarium.
Both the flanks, you just got in the end tank up there. Alright, there's a little conger really, Mike.
Right, okay.
Friendly.
Cool.
These are the mullet. Now, grey mullet normally are quite a timid fish, so normally they'd swim away and get scared. But because we've had ours from young, really friendly, they come up to you. Alright, so you can either throw the food in like we normally feed fish, or where there's a little bit of room, a little bit in your hand, just gently put it in and keep it still. And they will come up and kiss it right off your hand like that, alright? So if you want to have a little go each, you can.
Well, you can see in this low light here that Kim is now going to be feeding the mullet. Okay, so they're all a bit greedy. They're not shy of the camera, are they? Over here, boys. Wow, they haven't got any teeth.
No.
Hey, look at him, he's chunky.
So
This one, look.
Keep that hand still like this for me, let them do the work, and they're taking the food. Alright, no teeth at all. So there's loads there to share, you can have a little go each.
Careful, Watto, they'll strip your fingers to the bone. Having played with the mullet for a while, we looked at the other species that were in the aquarium. Along with the lobster, there was also a baby conger eel. After saying hello to the greedy mullet again, it was time for Kim to wrangle a starfish.
Hold the shelllet, it just sits there like that, you can get little photos.
Starfish wrangling.
And underneath, look, I'll just show you. We won't touch the underside, they're a little bit more delicate, but you'll see all the little suckers underneath. This is how they move. They've got all the little tentacles on the ends of the legs, it's all the little suckers, and that's how they move along. And if they lose one of the legs, they can regenerate them. So if they're in danger, they can release them to escape.
Release it.
And then they can move away and then regenerate the leg back. Yeah.
Have you ever held a starfish like that before?
No.
Good work, Kim. Time to see what other creatures were in here. A nice tasty sea bass, anyone? Well, if you start to flounder around, then surely there's no place like home.
Oh, we survived our mauling by the mullet. Did you like getting mauled by the mullet? That was quite unusual. Good to see. It's a nice little marine heritage place. Just lots of kids in there now that are just finding out about stuff, which is good. And we've learned stuff as well. I mean, I've caught most of the fish that's in there, but it's always good to see them up close. I wish they were all as easy as just putting your hand in and grabbing. Every kind of boat trip imaginable that you can take from here. Mackerel, deep sea, sightseeing, rib rides, everything. And why wouldn't you? Just taking a nice little stroll to the end, like you do. We're gonna stroll.
Sorry about the audio, guys, but I had a problem with wind.
Over there where all the beach huts are, we'll stroll along there. We'll give you a look at that.
A quick ascent up a very dodgy set of steps, and we find ourselves on the top of the Cobb wall. As I said, I was having a bit of problem with wind that day, and not only that, the audio on my camera was actually being very temperamental. So, although this was a very informative and funny piece to camera, you can't hear it. Sorry about that. I'm not sure about the decision made by the two people stood near the end.
Oh, you can feel the wind disappear as you go down. Like a mountain goat.
After walking back along the Cobb, it was time to take a stroll along the beachfront and head towards the town.
Just walking along the sandy bit of the beach here, but did you know that this sand isn't actually originally from here? It was imported and placed here.
From 1995, a series of coastal protection and land stabilisation schemes has transformed the beaches and seafront here in Lyme Regis. 30,000 tonnes of French sand, 70,000 tonnes of shingle from the Isle of Wight, and rocks from Norway.
So now you can see the beach behind me is actually a shingle bit.
Brilliant, thanks Watto. This impressive building is called the Jubilee Pavilion. It stands here on Marine Parade and is used for various exhibitions. Currently home to the Lyme Regis Visitor Hub. All the way along Marine Parade there are lots of different coloured houses, and this one is extremely pink. Standing in the centre of Cobb Gate car park is the famous Lyme Regis Memorial Clock. It has a clock face on 3 sides, and the 4th bears an inscription which reads, "This clock was erected by public subscription to the memory of those associated with this town who laid down their lives in the Second World War."
We've made our way all the way along the seafront, and we're going to have a little look in the town now for a few minutes, aren't we? I have to say we are both really tired today. We're still suffering with this coldy, fluey thing that we've got. So if the video's a little bit low energy, we do apologise. Stick with us and give us a thumbs up while you're there, just for the effort we're making.
Alright, no big anchor jokes, please.
Behind us there at this end you've got the Lyme Regis Museum and the Marine Theatre up there.
This statue is of Mary Anning, born in 1847, she was an English paleontologist, a fossil collector and dealer. She became known internationally for her discoveries along the Jurassic coast. Her findings contributed to changes in the scientific thinking about prehistoric life and the history of the Earth.
So that was Mary Anning's statue. Very famous lady. And fossil hunter, I suppose you'd call her. There you are.
Time to take a brief look through the town. Lyme Regis has a very good selection of artisan independent shops, which is very good to see.
We're now down by what's called the town mill, which apparently is a working water mill. Malt house, brewery. Nice little artisan shops there, it's good to see. There's a craft brewery there, there's a malt house, a few galleries, a pottery. Some nice places to eat. All very good.
After exploring around the town a little more, it was time for us to head back along Marine Parade towards the car.
We're slowly making our way back along this lower bit, past all these lovely beach huts. Back towards the harbour and the Cobb again. Well, hopefully you can see just over there, you see a load of people all around that bit. That is the part of this beach where everybody goes. I say everybody, where people go and look for fossils. Lots of fossils found over there. Mainly ammonite. You see people walking around with their little hammers and they're off over there looking for fossils. This is the Jurassic coast after all. Right, that's us back in the car after our wander around Lyme Regis here in Dorset, on the Dorset coast, the Jurassic coast. Pair of old dinosaurs walking around in the Jurassic coast.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed it, haven't we?
We have.
It's surprisingly busy. We didn't think it was half term, but not everybody sticks to the term times, do they, for holidays? But it is nice to see it busy and all the shops and everything open and what have you. So good stuff. Hope you enjoyed wandering around with us. A highlight of the day for me, I think, was the feeding the mullet.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Feeding a couple of them mullet were nearly as big as you.
Yeah, they were.
They were. Right, if you have enjoyed it, you know what you got to do. Give us a thumbs up. It does help us out. We really do appreciate everybody that watches. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the family. We'll take you all over the place. And we'll see you somewhere next time. Say goodbye, Kim.
Goodbye, Kim.
Goodbye, Kim.